So I'm sure we've all been there. You're playing a game or a drop-in, you notice this one guy who's like way better than everyone else, and he's just ripping shots at you. So in this video, we're going to talk about flinching and how that can affect your confidence. So flinching, or being scared of the puck, is probably one of the worst things you can do as a goalie. I mean, the most obvious thing that's bad about that is you can let in a goal and let your team down, which will most likely ruin the confidence for the rest of your game. But even worse, you can get injured because when you flinch and seize up, you tend to open up spots that aren't properly protected. Parts like your neck, the space between your chest and your pants, and maybe even some parts of your armor blocker. Even worse, when you flinch, you could possibly turn to the side and just get completely smoked in the ribs, which I've done a couple times before. So this is a huge problem that I had to overcome when I was learning to play goal. And as we kind of moved up in divisions, we had to face harder and harder shooters. So the funny thing is, when I was recording for this particular video, I did a little experiment with one of my teammates to see actually how flinching can affect a goalie's mindset once they do it for the first time during an ice session. So here's my buddy Ian, who I've been playing with for about 20 years. And this guy can absolutely shoot the puck. And his wrist shot is harder than most guys' slap shots. I told him to shoot as hard as he could, and I would purposely flinch or kind of get out of the way. And as you can see, the pucks obviously go right by me as expected. But just keep in mind that this is actually the very, very beginning of our warm-up, so I'm kind of going in here cold. And I'm actually just doing this purposely for example's sake for this video. What I didn't expect is now here, you can see me, I'm actually trying to stop the puck, but he's just ripping them right by me and I can't even get any of them. I was actually really surprised by this because I initially purposely jumped out of the way. I didn't really think that it would actually affect me throughout the warm-up and the beginning of the game also. But because I did the flinch right when I'm cold and I stepped on the ice, it really ruined my confidence even throughout the rest of the warm-up. As you can see here, I'm really not stopping any of these shots from warm-up, and I'm actually really trying to stop these guys. And lo and behold, this warm-up really ruined my confidence for the game as I let in the first shot of the game too. So flinching, as natural it is for our bodies to do, it is totally not ideal for goalies. And you can see in this example that I've shown you here, it really just ruined my confidence and my mentality going through the rest of the game. So what are some things that we can do to actually prevent this from happening? So the first thing you can do as a goalie is just to trust your gear. Specifically, the chest protector I found was the most important for me when facing harder shooters. So when I was a poor student, I literally had to go out and buy secondhand equipment, and I would just get bruises all over my body after a game. When we started to move up in tiers, this became like a really big problem because I thought I was going to break a bone or something playing hockey. So I went out and got this old guy over here, which is built like a tank. This is an old brown chesty. It is huge, massive. Took pretty much all my paychecks to pay off, but I could not feel a thing afterwards, and I was able to face harder shooters with no problem at all. Obviously, afford what you can, but be mindful of the skill that you're playing with. If you're planning to have a long career and move up in divisions, I would suggest just trying to invest in a pro level chesty. If you can't afford pro level equipment, you can always do some mods to it to add some extra protection. Yeah, looks like a pretty good mod to me, right? No more stingers to the arm, I think. So let's say you already have a bunch of good equipment. How do we start to gain confidence on the ice? The way that I reasoned with myself when it came to flinching is flinching really does no benefit to you at all. You're going to let in goals, and you're also going to probably get hurt if you flinch. So there's really no benefit to doing it. Because of that, you might as well get your ass out there in the top of the crease, get extra focus, and for those hard shooters that come by, pay extra attention and focus to them. Because you have to think about, in their head, they don't really care if you get hurt. They're just going to shoot it as hard as they can to score a goal on you. So you kind of have to fight fire with fire. So when I see one of these guys come by, I'm like, screw this guy. I know he shoots hard. I got to fight back or I'm going to get killed by his puck pretty much. So for those of you who are facing shooters like this, I hope this video helps you out. Trust in your equipment. It's going to help you down the road as a goalie. Don't feel bad if you're flinching. It's a natural occurrence. But over time, do your best to get over that. It's going to allow you to make more saves and be a way better goalie as well too. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.